So this comment was interesting to me about what I said about Skyrim and Oblivion being overrated RPGs, basically saying it's an imagination issue. Skyrim and Oblivion don't have to give you RPG mechanics because you can headcanon all the RPG mechanics in your head. But that falls apart when we realize if you wanted to play an evil character, there's no real ending for an evil character. Play through the game being evil and get a satisfying ending for the character that you built up. Oblivion, I start off in a jail, right? Dark elf in a cell across from me. Now, if I pick any of the non-human races and I want a headcanon as whatever race that just hates humans, anything that's not my race, I really can't do that because I'm automatically thrown into a plot. I'm forced to work with humans for the rest of the game, and a human is a chosen one, and I have to help him with all of his whims. You can sit around and go play as the factions. You can join a college of Winterhold and be a mage and do only mage quests and only make potions and stay at a college of Winterhold. In GTA, I can pretend to be a taxi driver and never play the fucking story mode. Does that make it a great role playing for being a taxi driver? Does that make it a good taxi driver game? What I understand about Skyrim's lore, the Stormcloaks are supposed to be super xenophobic, especially towards Argonians. But I can walk in as an Argonian and start working with them immediately. And this is where like shit starts to sound delusional to me, because it's like, what do you mean it's an imagination issue? So let's use Fallout 3. There are a couple of quests where if I don't like ghouls, even the ones that seem cool, I don't have to help them. I can actually get rid of them if I want to. That's also aided by the fact that you have to play as a human in Fallout. In Skyrim, there are multiple races, each with very specific lore to the world of Skyrim and Oblivion. I should be able to headcanon and roleplay, something about those races. It feels like the game doesn't support those decisions unless I just decide to not play the game and just walk around in a sandbox like I'm playing with action figures. Which then makes me think, why even have a plot to begin with? Just get rid of the plot and just leave the open world as is and let me just pretend that I'm whatever I want to be. You have to pretend that you're somebody else and just choose not to do the main story if you want to be a certain type of character. And to end it on a more modern game like Baldur's Gate 3, game however I want. I could be a xenophobic paladin. I don't have to help the tieflings or the druid grove. I don't give a fuck about either of them. I could just get rid of everything that's not human throughout the whole game and get an ending tailored to that. The limitation you have is the one mind flare that you have to work with, and even still that doesn't really ruin your roleplay because the game is forcing you to work with them, but it makes sense. You can be reluctant about it, but the game is telling you this is the situation and you have to do it. So in my opinion, I still feel like it's an overrated RPG. I don't think it's a bad game. I'm happy that people like it. I understand that people like it. What I don't understand is why people treat it like it's the best RPG ever made. To force you to be the one to roleplay, and the game doesn't even support whatever type of character you want to roleplay as.